Here's what I think the zombie apocalypse is actually going to be. Yes, I know Hollywood movies have pretty much convinced you that it's going to be some really hard to get rid of virus that turns everybody into man-eating corpses. That could be the case, but honestly, I feel like it's just the crumbling of society. I live in New York, and if you live in New York, you also know that there are basically zombies everywhere right now. And I'm talking about the unfortunate souls that have lost basically their consciousness to drugs. And they're walking around aimlessly, not knowing what the heck is going on. I honestly feel like this is why in the United States they are readily making drugs available to all, because they want to numb you. They want to drug you down. They want to make society non-functioning because everybody's high off of their horses. And more people are starting to search for an escape because modern day living is just too difficult. Majority of people are not going to be able to afford rent. They can barely pay for gas or food. What kind of an existence is that? I've actually made videos in the past stating that the reason why they're pumping AI to the masses is because it also ties into the fact that they want to make your living situation so unbearable that you have no choice but to plug into an alternate reality. And that's basically like the Matrix. They have total control of you now. And it's the same thing with drugs and the crumbling of society. Start with the structure of it all and then watch it fall down and see humanity panic. And when food prices start to become ridiculous and basic means of living becomes unobtainable, not only are people going to start to gravitate towards drugs to kind of get over the depression of it all, but people are going to start to riot. That involves military state coming in after that. And then people are going to start stealing, beating others up for basic necessities. Just look at what's happening in some cities in the United States. Do I even need to mention Chicago? So we all know who's doing this, right? It's the elite, it's the Illuminati, it's the 1%, whatever you want to call them, the ones in control. And now you're probably wondering to yourself, why are they doing this if we, the so-called peasants, run society? Without us, they wouldn't be able to operate. So with the whole disclosure of aliens and UFOs, everybody should know by now, and I think everybody does kind of have an intuitive feeling, that the ones in control, they are not human. They are hybrids. They're alien-human hybrids. And the reason why they're doing this to society is because they're energy vampires. They take what they can get, they cull everybody out, and they rinse and repeat the cycle to start another cycle. It's been this way for eons, over and over and over again. They keep recreating different versions of humanity to serve them. And unfortunately, we're coming to the end of a cycle, which is the age of Pisces, and we're going to the age of Aquarius. And what I've come to realize through closing and openings of new cycles, they also close and start new cycles for humanity. This is why spiritual people like me and like others are trying to get everybody to wake up, because it is so obvious now. How could you not figure this out? Don't stay passive. I always say, if you really want to make a change in society, don't just riot and protest, because that's exactly what they want out of you. They want to create a military state. If you really want to make a change, infiltrate. If you have the time and energy, get into politics. Start up social media channels about this stuff. Raise more awareness on these subjects.